Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here, talking about one of my favorite cards of all time in this video, and that is Injection Fairy Lily. And the sad reality that I have to accept, even though I think that the card is still pretty amazing, I just don't think that this card will ever see much play again, and it is probably just kind of random to pick this card out of the blue. You guys are probably thinking, alright, well, gee, you can say that about a ton of cards. You know, but don't forget about Lily specifically. I mean, when this card first came out in Legacy of Darkness, it was the shit. I mean, it got limited after just one format, if I'm not mistaken. And back then, you know, the boxes that had 36 packs, they weren't known for having very good secrets. I mean, outside of Imperial Order, the rest were pretty shitty. And you look at Lily and compare it, and it's like, Lily was a card that Konami thought so highly of, they banned it. I mean, I don't know if it gets much better than that. So even though this is kind of a random pick, the card does have some competitive history to go on. Now, when Lily first came out in LOD, I actually played the card. Oddly enough, I played it in Burn. Some of you guys are probably thinking to yourselves, Capital G, that's a pretty cunning strategy. No, wait, what's the opposite of cunning? Retarded. Capital G, that is a retarded strategy. Alright, let me give you guys 30 seconds so you can kind of visualize my burn deck and understand my mindset. I ran Solemn Wishes and Marie, the Fallen one, in that burn deck because it was a Fire Princess burn deck. I ran multiples of those cards. So, you know, throughout the duel, I could gain a pretty decent amount of life points back, you know, recoup some of the costs that I had paid into Lily. Not to mention, Gravity Bind was also pretty much a staple in all burn decks back then, and Lily was one of the few cards in the deck that could attack under it. And when people wouldn't put monsters on board because they feared me dropping Lava Golem on them, I could just summon Lily and attack my enemy's weak points for massive damage. Ridge Racer. Who's going to get that joke? Nobody. So I think it was a good fit overall. Anyways, back to the point. I think that Lily is one of the cards I love so much because the card design is brilliant. I mean, it's a very weak monster that gets unbelievably strong, but the strength comes at a cost. I mean, it's like the perfect balance between risk versus reward. I mean, she can do a shit ton of damage, especially if she lands a direct attack. She can even take down 3k monsters, but she exhausts your life points so freaking quickly. I mean, especially if your opponent tries to like ram multiple monsters into her in one single turn, you know, you could easily be looking at, you know, under 2,000, kind of in that danger zone, as I like to call it. You know, actually, I think about it, and it's like, isn't Injection Fairy Lily like the balanced version of Cyberstein? I mean, with Cyberstein, you're essentially paying 5,000 in hopes of dealing 8,000. With Lily, you pay 2,000 in hopes of dealing 3,400. The difference being, you can actually use Lily skillfully. I mean, you can use Lily, especially back in the day, to run over, you know, Genzo or a tribute monster. There's really no skillful way of using Cyberstein. We've established that. It's just lame-ass OTKs. So why is Lily so sucktastic now? By the way, sucktastic is not a real word. Do not Google that. You'll end up in a very strange website. I think the biggest reason is because we have too many just 2,500 plus monsters that can be inherently special summoned really easily. And not only do they have beast ass stats, a lot of times they can blow shit up as part of their effect. You know, cards like Dark Arm Dragon and Judgment Dragon, BLS, Ab-Zero, High Priestess, Chaos Sorcerer. I mean, you guys know the deal. So when you can summon a blaster in a deck like Fire Kings and ram it into Lily, I mean, yeah, sure, your blaster dies and you do lose 400 and I guess a little bit of board presence, but your opponent loses 2,000 and you still can normal summon. You still can inherently special summon another monster and normal summon and try and ram them all into Lily. If your opponent has taken any damage that game, chances are that last attack is going to run Lily's ass over and they're going to lose a ton of damage. So, you know, in a game where there aren't a lot of ways to gain life points, I actually made a video about that some time ago. You know, Lily is one of those cards where I think it'd be really fun to use it at 3. There just aren't enough life points to go around, and there are like too many inherent special summons. I can't really think of a deck outside of Fire Fist or maybe like Insectors that, you know, just doesn't go like special summon crazy inherently. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I think that there needs to be a continuous speller trap that gives you like 1,000 life points every turn that it's face up, like during your end phase or something like that. Like, I think that'd be a really good card, you know, because I think Lily would be awesome to play 3 of them and just make a pure, fast, unadulterated beatdown deck, and, you know, maybe just run like some magic cylinders, and basically your mindset is, I'm getting 8,000 damage on board, I don't care about advantage, I just want to end the game as quickly as possible and make sure that you can't get set up. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about Lily. Give me some more ideas for cards that I can discuss for this video in the future. Cards that, you know, were very playable at the height of their peak in popularity, but aren't really so great now. And, you know, I wish that we didn't have so many ridiculously stupid inherent summons. Like, man, when Lily first came out, it was nothing better than running over a fucking Genzo with a 400 attack monster. That was the best. Thank you guys for watching as always. Subscribing makes life happy.